iced tea always reminds me of going fishing with my dad on hot summer days. He never was without his tea. So I'm going to be making his tea, of course, but then I'm going to be adding some really elegant, fresh, nutritious fruit to the others and just infuse them with so much flavor. You are not going to want to miss this. I make these all summer long. They're super simple, and I can't wait to get in the kitchen with you and make sweet iced tea, peach tea, watermelon lemonade tea, and berry iced tea. Let's go. I'm going to let that seat for about 20 minutes. Okay, the tea bags have been steeping for about 20 minutes, and I'm going to remove them to a bowl and take my tea over to the counter. Okay, the tea is nice and hot, and I only have a quart here, so I'm going to add my sugar to the pitchers. These two are half-gallon sizes, and so I'm doing a gallon of tea. 3/4 cup of sugar to each one of these half-gallon pitchers. All right. Then I'm going to add half of the tea to each and finish it off with cold water. Okay, I'm just going to finish this off with some cooler water. I like to put the hot tea in first so that the sugar will melt. And now I'm adding cold water to the rest of it. After the water, add a pinch of baking soda. Keeps it from being bitter. And stir one more time and get it all incorporated. Okay. There we go. Slice up lemon to decorate your glasses, or if you want to do it, you can decorate the pitchers by adding ice and then interspersing some of these lemon slices throughout. I like to do that with orange slices and lime slices as well. Okay, at this point, I'm going to add a little bit of ice and then place some of the lemon down in the bottom, and then I'm going to add a little bit more ice. This one's not a very beautiful slice. Okay, and then where the lemon stays kind of up on the sides, and then I'm going to add another slice right here, and then maybe one right here. Okay, and then I'm going to fill this up with tea. Okay, then I'm going to add a sprig of mint to the top and a lemon slice. There we go. And there you have it, Southern iced tea. Next, we're going to be making watermelon lemonade iced tea. First up, we need to make the simple syrup. Here's a quick tip. You can make extra and keep it in your fridge to sweeten all your cold drinks. It's super handy since the sugar is already dissolved. Now to make this syrup, you just add a 1/2 cup of sugar and a 1/2 cup of water to a saucepan and bring it to a boil. Once the sugar is completely dissolved, turn off the heat and just let it cool down. Now, while the syrup is cooling, let's move on to the watermelon. So take 4 cups of juicy sweet watermelon and puree it in a food processor. Pour the pureed mixture into a mesh strainer over a bowl to catch all that luscious juice. This watermelon is so sweet and perfectly ripe. I can already tell this tea is going to be so refreshing. Next, we need some lemon to add that zesty kick. So we're going to squeeze 3 lemons into the watermelon puree, and then we're going to mix it together really well. Now it's time to pull everything together. Pour the cooled simple syrup into a 2-quart pitcher. Add the watermelon puree and the lemon juice mixture, and then top it off with freshly brewed iced tea. Give it all a good stir until everything is nice and combined. To serve it, fill a glass with ice and pour the watermelon lemonade tea over it. Garnish it with a sprig of mint and a wedge of watermelon, and there you have it. Summer in a glass. Watermelon lemonade iced tea. Our next delightful creation is mixed berry iced tea. This one is going to be a hit at your next gathering. Grab a saucepan and add 4 cups of water, 1.5 cups of sugar, and 4 cups of mixed berries. You can use fresh or frozen, whatever you have on hand, but bring this beautiful mixture to a boil over high heat and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. The smell is going to be incredible. Now we need to strain the mixture. If you have a wide-topped pitcher, you can go ahead and strain it directly into the pitcher using a mesh strainer, top the rest off with fresh iced tea, and the tea will be ready to pour up for you or your guest. I'm straining mine over a bowl and using an extra pitcher since I'm entertaining and want the pitcher of my mixed berry tea to be the showstopper. Let's pour the berry mixture into a 2-quart container. Now fill the rest with iced tea. Give it a good stir to mix everything up. You could serve it right over ice now, but hey, let's take it up a notch. Grab your favorite 2-quart pitcher and add at least a handful or 2 of frozen berries to the bottom. Fill the pitcher halfway up, 3/4 of the way up, whatever you want to do with ice. And this isn't just for looks. It's going to keep our tea nice and cold without watering it down too much. Now layer some sliced lemon rounds between the ice and the glass all the way around the pitcher. It's going to look gorgeous, and the ice is going to keep the lemon upright when you pour in the tea. Now carefully pour fresh iced tea into the pitcher. Top it off with a few berries and a sprig or 2 of mint, and it's ready to pour. I've already prepped a glass with ice and garnished it with lemon slice and some fruit around the rim. So now I'm just going to pour the tea into the glass, and voila, stunning and delicious mixed berry iced tea. Now for my household's all-time favorite, peached iced tea. Trust me, this one is a real crowd pleaser. Okay, let's start by adding 4 cups of sliced peaches. They can be frozen or fresh, doesn't matter. 2 cups of sugar and 2 cups of water to a saucepan. Now let's bring it to a boil over high heat, and we're going to reduce the heat, and it's going to simmer for about 15 minutes. People always wonder when it's exactly ready. You're going to know that the peaches are perfect when you can pierce a fork right through it, just easily, almost like disintegrates. After it cools just a little bit, you're going to carefully pour the mixture into a mesh strainer placed over a large bowl, and you're going to press it down until there's no more juice that releases from the peaches. When you squeezed out all the juice, you can set aside those peaches to use later in a tart or pie or a cake filling. I'm going to be making a peach filling to go inside a cake that I'm going to have that along with my peach tea. So we're almost there. We're going to pour this peach juice into a 2-quart pitcher, and I'm going to top it off with 4 cups of sweet iced tea. I'm going to give it a good stir, mix everything together, and it's ready. I'm going to pour myself a glass of peach tea over ice, and I'm going to garnish it with a sprig of mint. You really just can't get any better than that. I hope these recipes become staples in your home. In my book, nothing fixes things like iced tea does. I'm so glad that it's part of the Southern home. And it is a tradition here in the South to have iced tea. All of these recipes are in my book, Love Language of the South. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends, like the post, or comment, whatever you want to do, but please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for being here. I can't wait to see you next time.